Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to the Music Industry Makeover. It's 9 o'clock. This is how we get down with yours truly, DJ Ronnie Ron. Yes, we got Rico Gibson in the house, as well as D Ray, the producer, who just joined in on with us. Welcome new member of MIM, and Simone Henry. She's not here tonight, so keep it lifted up in your prayers and things. And you're going to be seeing a lot of some different things happening on MIM. All right. Hey fellas, how's things going with y'all out there?
I'm good, bro. Hey.
Everything's lovely.
It's lovely. All right. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, man. Well, look, you all spread the word out there. For those who are watching, tune in. All right. Got a great show lined up for you. Got a special guest who's a photographer. This is a different type of show that we're still going to talk about marketing and promotions, but we're going to talk about it from a photography aspect. Okay. And first and foremost, definitely go and download, stream my man, The Rain, all facts. Okay. The Rain for real. Go and stream his music right there. Okay. Also, man, Goodfellow Studios. Make sure you go and connect with goodfellowstudios.com. Yes, they are doing some great things. Thank God for their support. And also S-Shade Music, Renew Your Mind Records, Life Changes 2020, ttlive.com, Music Industry Makeover. There's other sponsors. Also, hey, Rico, tell us about, what's happening on Friday nights and Sundays as well.
So Friday nights, man, we have In the Box. This Friday we have Tiffany Terry, singer, writer, and chef. She's gonna be on. We're gonna be diving in with her. And then on Sundays, Just Life, we actually going to Wednesdays and Sundays. And right now we're in the midst of a series called Understanding and Handling Your Finances. So for Just Life is a show for people that are dealing with life struggles, man, hardships. And a lot of times it's real hard to kind of get through some obstacles in life if you don't have someone to kind of help you or to kind of do it by yourself. David said, he encouraged himself, but we know a lot of people, man, don't have the perseverance, or just the mindset like David had to be able to encourage themselves through a hardship. And sometimes, man, you just need to be able to reach out and touch somebody. Sometimes you need an answer. Sometimes you need somebody to point you in the right direction. And that's what Just Life is about. And we're building the show. And don't forget, we are MIM. We are going to Roku and Amazon Fire Stick as of August the 1st, along with In the Box, along with Just Life. And we got some great things coming for you guys, man. Lord, shifting gears, man. We're shifting gears over here, man, for real. So it's a lot happening.
Yeah, God is good, y'all. Be on the lookout. Hey, man, I tell you, man, it's all about being consistent, persistent, faithful to what God has called you to do, even through the hard times, rough times. That's even as an artist, you have to be that way because things will change. All right. I think, fellas, I think it's all about, when you go through the hard times, it's to see how bad you really are committed to it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that you can appreciate it later. Awesome. Well, good. Simone says she'll be on soon here or so. I know they had their conference going on. So great. Well, without further ado, Danny, man, how's everything going with you, man? Define, tell folks about your website and things. What you got?
Of course. I'm a member of the Divine Favor Project. It's basically inspirational electronic group out of Salisbury, North Carolina, and we released a single. We've released 2 singles this year. One called "Keep on Marching" a few weeks ago, that's doing really well. And you can find us on all social media platforms and on all digital music platforms.
Beautiful, awesome. All right, well, cool. Without further ado, our guest on. His name is Solomon Hayes, and he's a photographer. And we're going to talk about photography regarding marketing and promotions. And that has a lot to do with it because it's all about your image and things, okay? And so he's a young man. He's going to tell us about his experience in the photography business. So without further ado, I want to bring Solomon Hayes on. How you doing, sir?
Hey, how you doing?
Great. Yeah, I see you in the car there driving and things, or your wife driving you. So yeah, just be careful there.
Yes, sir.
All right, awesome. Well, hey, look, tell the folks, how long have you been in photography? And
I've been doing photography for about 5 years. I've been doing videography for about 4.5 years. Mm-hmm. And it was. Can I explain how I kind of started off?
Sure, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I kind of started off, um, I wanted to ask my wife, could I buy like some equipment because the kind of equipment is very expensive or what have you. And I have recently become more gun ho about God. I was saved, but in my late 20s, I decided to really turn my life over to God, whatever. But I used to rap, and it's hard to transition from like trying to rap and then trying to rap Christian rap, whatever the case may be. But I wanted, I wanted to do like just a Christian rap video, whatever. So, I asked, could I go ahead and get some gear or whatever? And so I got gear or whatever and did a video and so on and so forth. And one day I asked God, I was like, where should I take pictures? And then he was like, but I heard Botanical Gardens, so that's why I went to go take pictures. And then I posted them. And then I didn't have any training or anything, so to speak, just YouTube for real. And then everybody was asking me, "Oh, you take pictures now? This, that, and the third." I said, "Well, yeah." And it was like, "Well, how much you charge?" And at first when I didn't, know, but what I knew, I was, had threw out a price or whatever. But and lo and behold, I've been doing it for 5 years as far as photography and videography, about 4.5, like for real. And I just kind of educated myself in regards using YouTube or whatnot, and yeah, that's kind of how it started off.
Oh, wow, awesome. So basically, you got your formal training from YouTube, pretty much. That's all, and just desire. Okay.
YouTube and just doing it over and over with different clients or what have you. Okay. And I would look and somebody would ask me how to do something, or could I do something for them, and then I would say, well, okay, and I had trust in the ability that I can figure out how to do it, I guess. And so I would like watch YouTube videos on how to do it, and then I would do work for them, and that's kind of how I would do it until I like actually knew how to really do it in real life, I guess. But yeah.
All right.
That's good, man. Hey, people be sleeping, man, on YouTube because that's the move now. Educating yourself.
YouTube University.
So man, I got a lot of respect for anybody that's coming up in a profession and they use YouTube. They use the other tools that are available like Udemy, Stat Skills, S Skills. Just to name a few of the options, man, that's out there. And so that's good, man. And man, look, it's 2020. We was talking about the day, man, earlier. You want to change the situation. I like the fact, man, you stepped up and made something happen out of nothing. You got YouTube there, and the thing is, if you can, and one of the tricks for people that are thinking about maybe doing that, if you like an influencer or someone that has a YouTube channel and they actually teach really good, you can save them, right, and save all their videos, put them in a folder, and go through all their trainings, so you can be that, so you can get that consistent teaching, because you got a lot of teachers on YouTube, and a lot of, if you go to 20 teachers, you'll learn 20 different ways. So if you really want to learn quickly, get one teacher that has all the information that you're trying to do and learn it their way from A to Z, so you can get a complete lesson. So man, that's a blessing, bro. Glad to hear that, man.
Yeah. I would, and also if I could add on to that, did we lose him?
Definitely done things as far as Skillshare tips that I've used. I'm sorry.
I'm
going in the house is going to get more lighting.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Hey, can you still hear us?
Can you still hear us?
Yes, I can hear y'all very clear.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Can you hear? Yeah.
Okay. One thing that I was going to add to what Rico was saying was, along with YouTube, trial and error is a great teacher as well.
Oh, definitely.
And it's one of those things where sometimes they don't tell us that, you just really need to go out there and just try it, and you learn from doing. And, there are a lot of famous directors that never went to film school, that never took lessons. I mean, Who on this call saw The Dark Knight?
I saw it.
The Batman trilogies. Christopher Nolan is one of the baddest directors on the planet. Never went to film school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never went to film. James Cameron did the Titanic. Never went to film school.
Wow.
So it's all about getting out there and just doing. And if God told you to launch into the deep, go launch into the deep.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't just bless people, he equips people.
Yeah.
And
so you don't have
go ahead,
Ron. I would say you don't have to go out there and spend a lot of money on education to get steeped up in loans, student loans,
Amen to that.
Or personal loans. The information is readily and available in overwhelming modes, right?
Yeah, I agree.
The only thing you got to do is sit down and just do it. But go ahead, Ron.
Yeah. I mean, just to sentiment what you're saying is you just need to go out, go down, sit down and listen, take the time, invest some time, all right? Because if not, you're going to invest something else, you know what I'm saying, for somebody to teach you. But when you're getting information that's available to you, all right, everything requires a sacrifice. Okay.
Yeah.
What End Time says, the Father is the best teacher. He's calling all of us. So yeah, that is true. You know what I'm saying? The Father uses people to teach us different things. It's not going to happen magically like we normally see it on television. Okay. And I think the misconception that a lot of Christians get when it comes to this faith walk is that it's going to happen poof. If God said it. No, he uses people to get his work out there. So you took the initiative to get on YouTube to learn about photography. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's basically stepping out on faith, which a lot of these artists need to, learn to do the same thing. Like we are well equipped to do what we're called to do. All right. And the late Miles Monroe said it, that we were designed to be successful, designed to succeed because his name is on our life. All right. And we are a product of the Father. So again, you know what I'm saying? His name is on our life. And so we're a representative of him. Okay, awesome, bro. Hey, we got Miss Simone here. He's in the house. What's going on?
What's going on, Simone? What's happening?
Hey, everybody. Looks like it's our job to inject some estrogen into the mix.
Well, hey, a lot of testosterone up here. Yeah. Yes, welcome. We're talking with Solomon Hayes, who's a photographer, been for 5 years, and yes, we are still on the terms of when it comes to marketing and promotions, and how again photography is very important as an artist because that's your brand, that's the image that you are projecting. Is it? Aren't they kind of fall in line with the image consultant, pretty much? Or
it's branding. Photography is so important to your branding.
Yeah,
how you project your image.
And then Solomon, man, I have a question for you. So basically, when you got started, because a big part of being a photographer, when you got started and you bought your camera, did you start using the kit lens or the lens that came with the camera? Did you buy it new? Did you buy the body first, or did you go and save for a lens, or how did you put your first camera together?
Well, first, I bought the camera, and then I researched a whole lot of lenses. Then I seen what was in my budget to get and to do what I could do with a better quality, but within my budget. And I think when you talk about lenses and different things, you have to get lenses contingent upon what you're trying to do. Like the same person that's trying to do music videos can't get the same lens that somebody's doing portrait photography would, so on and so forth. So I tried to get a lens that could do various spectrums, because I was doing videos and I was doing photography also, but I was trying to get a good zoom lens that could,
what lens did you start with?
24 to 135 millimeter. It wasn't that much. It was only it was $300 or what have you. But because lenses can be very expensive, like super expensive, like within the thousands easily.
Wow. And
so actually I tried to stick when I first started with that $300 lens, and that that was my baby, and the Prime 2. I know you probably, I don't know if you ever heard of the nifty 50 millimeter, and that's a good lens too that I started with, and that created, beautiful pictures also. Yeah.
So the thing that I want you to what I want to elaborate about the lens was, because a lot of people want to actually do photography. And I want you to talk about that lens that you bought, the 24 to the 130, why you bought the 24 to the 130, and what did you use that 24 and 130? That's a huge range. You can do a lot of stuff with it, but just kind of talk about the ranges and the use, because there's somebody watching that want to get into photography, and they're probably looking at all these other videos and saying, "Oh, get the 180 millimeter prime, or get the 50, the nifty 50 first, get a 65 or 85 millimeter. No, you need a 24 millimeter." So explain why and your uses that you bought that lens.
Well, I'll explain. Because when I first started, essentially I wanted to incorporate more video, and with that range, that wide range of 135 to 24, whatever the case may be, that I can get wide shots or something, or I can get pretty far distance shots or what have you. And so that's why I was thinking of how much I get as much bang for my buck as possible, and kind of different various things or whatever the case may be. And to me, that was important or what have you, as far as lenses, getting that kind of lens, because some looks could look funny or whatever, if it's too close and you have a certain lens on, and then you have that flip mode look or whatever, that bust around crazy look or whatever, and that's not what you want nowadays or whatever. It just so you have to be just mindful. I think it's just researching whatever you want to do. Just spend some time to research. I mean, that's how God created and designed me anyway. I'm a creative, and I get excited and passionate about things, but then I research, and some creators can't do that. They just they're super passionate, and then they just go. But like I'm a safe creative. Like I gotta like research. I research before I do a whole lot of stuff.
Now with that, you were saying you research that part of work. You know what I'm saying? You're putting in that work, and now it could be easy, like, because there's some that like to skip the process. If you invested in yourself and bought the lenses, as opposed to just using your iPhone or what have you. So, which again, there's some folks that like to try to cut corners to try to get to the goal, and it's not going to work that way. All right.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there's some people that's doing some amazing things with iPhones now, because they're creating lenses and stuff for iPhones now too.
So on iPhone 11.
The technology with iPhones is really coming up. I actually posted a post today that's getting so much love, and that photo was taken with an iPhone, and it looks like a portrait that a real photographer took. So yeah, the technology is getting really advanced, and they're putting advanced technology into the hands of us regular people.
Which I think is good, because it's taking away different boundaries or what have you, because I don't think is no reason why anybody nowadays can't be an independent artist or anything like that, because it's so many things that you can do for yourself. You can create content for yourself now. You can have a whole studio if you want to, technically, and you can kind of push out certain things. You can brand yourself if you want to, and there's so much information out here that, like, nowadays, for somebody to say I want to get on some big major record label, is not, you don't really need them. You can build your brand up to some extent, and then you can go to them if you want to, or you can just build your brand up and then sell from yourself and utilizing your own skill set. If like you were saying, stacking different skills that you would need or whatever, stack different skills, learn how to create video, learn how to do photography. You don't have to be a at everything. You can be a B or C, but as long as you consistently pushing out good stuff or whatever, then you're good. Then they're gonna look at you like, oh, okay, this cat's doing something. He's trying to do something, or whatever the case may be.
Also, all right. Hey, somebody asked about the lens. That's the dynamics of what you were talking about, 24 to 130 millimeters, I believe. And again, hey, this is all green to me, you know. But I'm glad you answered that question concerning with the iPhone, because again, that's competition for you. And so as a photographer, you know, how would you actually deal with that? Because folks like to find the cheapest way of doing things these days. So
Well, I want to ask this question. So when it comes to, do you really see, the iPhone and, because, like web developers might see, GoDaddy web builders as competition. The technology that just kind of puts it into the hands of the people and lets them do it themselves. But it's not necessarily competition if you specialize or you do something special that they can't do with an iPhone. What about it? What about that? What do you think about that? Do you see iPhones and
Sorry, you breaking up. I can't hear.
do you see iPhones and stuff as competition?
I think it's
Can you hear me?
I can.
Can
You're breaking up.
Can you go, if you can, go closer to your Wi-Fi hub.
I can't hear you. Are you was breaking up? What was the summation of your question?
Basically, do you see?
Okay.
I can put it in the chat, but
I can hear you now.
do you see like iPhones and stuff as competition, or do you specialize and do you worry about that kind of thing?
Go closer to your Wi-Fi hub, Solomon, so you can get a better connection.
Again, this is Music Industry Makeover. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. All right, we're talking about photography and marketing and how important that is to your brand. So we have photographer Solomon Hayes on with us tonight. Do you have any questions or comments that you
What now?
free? All right, Solomon. Hey, are you closer to your modem?
Go closer to your modem, brother.
Yep. So yeah, while he's getting that going on, again, we'll thank y'all so much. Hey, the Music Industry Makeover.com. Make sure you go.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
And
go close to your modem. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's the question. Do you see Wi-Fi as
you get a lot?
Not Wi-Fi.
I mean, see this.
iPhone, man. This gonna be a straight blooper show, man.
Right?
Oh boy.
Hey, we have fun tonight. That's what we do. Hey.
It's Solomon stuttering and chopping. You gotta get closer to your modem, bro. Your connection. Cause we good over here as you. We good.
Hey, can you hear us now? All right. Well, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and move him on out here so that we see once he gets it straight and things. But again, we thank y'all so much for tuning in to us. Again, we are Music Industry Makeover. Hey, Simone, isn't the conference going on tonight?
It is, and I have not been able to get onto the what do you call it? The showcase. So they're doing the Rising Stars showcase tonight.
Oh, okay.
But they did have the conference today, and they some really good got some good knowledge. Sybil Sloan talked about taxes and separating your personal finances from your business finances. Never the two shall meet. Because when it comes, if you get audited, you need to be able to show what's business and what's personal. She talked about getting W-9s and what's the difference between a W-9 and a 1099. David Frazier talked about songwriting and how to, like, where he gets his ideas for some hit songs. He's got some pretty A-list artists who are singing his songs right now and have been for quite some time now. Hey, Vincent. So today was a good day. I think Lady Tamil Curtis is going to be on tomorrow, and can't remember who else, but so far so good.
Well, good.
learning some good things. Oh, CCLI, the guy from CCLI was there. A lot of artists don't know about CCLI, but if you register with CCLI, it is it's a licensing organization for churches. So if your music is played in churches, if you're a songwriter that writes songs for choirs and praise teams, you want to register with CCLI so you can get those royalties when churches and choirs and praise teams are singing your songs and rehearsing your songs and passing out your lyrics and copying your songs for all the praise team and the choir leaders and everybody to learn. You want to get those lyrics or get those royalties. Sorry.
Awesome. All right. Hey, Solomon, can you hear us now? Hello? All right, man.
So if tell them that it's better to connect with a laptop with an Ethernet connection. If you have a laptop with the Ethernet, it's better to connect with the laptop with the Ethernet connection.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well.
Yeah. So it's all good.
Yeah. We're gonna keep it rolling as we do. Again, there's a lot of great information that's out there, and again, one of the things he said, he educated himself on YouTube. There's information that you can go out there and get, but you have to put in the work.
And I think that's great, man, because as earlier we sat down and we watched, or not watched, but we sat down and listened to that 9-minute podcast on Spotify. And it was really great, man, because the guy talked about this being the best time to be in the music business. Regardless of even if there's a pandemic, whatever's going on, instead of you whining about it, because we all got bills. We all got issues. We all trying to do something to, but you gotta make it happen. You gotta stop whining, and you gotta jump out, and you gotta educate yourself to make it happen. And you can do it for yourself, but you just gotta want it instead of complaining about it. Because complaining don't change your situation.
No.
And when you're trying to really break into the business and you're really trying to find success in the business, people don't want to work with a complainer. People don't want to work with somebody who's always woe is me. We all struggling to a degree on something. We all not where we want to be. We all are trying to make it to a greater mark, and you got to continue to have perseverance. Even right now, even though we're having a pandemic, and I put out a post to say, there's opportunity right now as an artist. Because guess what? We don't care what Live Nation, even though Live Nation, there's no concerts, man, but you can do streaming. Stream your concerts.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You can stream your concerts. You can still use your podcast to reach your listeners. You still should be doing marketing now greater than ever. This is the time now where you need to be investing in marketing. So that you can push your music. Because don't matter. People, I'm gonna tell you something. Once you ask this question, if you're an artist, how many people have stopped listening to music during outbreak of COVID?
None.
All these millions of people that lost their job due to COVID shutdowns.
Right.
How many people stopped listening to music?
Sure have not one. Zero. Exactly.
Everybody's still listening.
Yeah.
So,
hey, Solomon, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear y'all nice and clear now.
Oh, wonderful.
Good.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. So, what you about to say? Oh, Simone?
Oh, me?
Oh, no. Oh, I was saying, actually, in actuality, because people are stuck at home or people have a lot more time, people who are working from home, they're not commuting. People are spending more time online. So that's where you should be as an artist who wants to reach an audience, to get attention for your music and attention for your brand. You need to be online and putting out content.
Definitely.
Content is king.
Vincent says folks are still hoping for things to go back to the way it used to be. I'm sorry.
Stop hoping.
Not
It ain't
gonna happen.
I don't think so.
Not gonna happen.
We're looking at the new normal.
Yeah,
Not gonna happen.
So this is stretching your creativity out there to get out there and make some things happen that God has. Go ahead.
And that's why I want to go back to Solomon, because what he's doing or what he did, you guys need to do.
Yes.
The opportunity is there. But that's what this show is about tonight. You know, you pulling yourself up by the bootstraps. Now, it's hard to tell a person to pull themselves by the bootstraps when they have no tools to use.
Right.
You know, internet is an investment. You should, you know, if you pay for any service, you need internet, right?
Yes.
And you should have the fastest internet available. You know, that's an investment, especially if you're trying to get your music out. You shouldn't be on AT&T dollar, right? You need to be on the cable network, period. Because if you're transferring files, if you're doing pod streams, it's very important that you have excellence. So internet is a must have. Stop being cheap. They every little city has a little cheap Wi-Fi plans for 15 or 20 bucks. No, go on and spend that $100 to get that terabyte internet speed from whatever cable provider, man, is in your area, because it's going to make a big difference if you are streaming your concerts, you know, because the quality and the excellency does not go anywhere just because we're doing everything inside now. You still got to be excellent. But that's the first investment that you want to invest in. I'm setting somebody free tonight. Let that AT&T mess go. That junk is not going. Nobody don't have time to eat no sandwich, go watch a movie, come back, iron their clothes, go to the grocery store and come back, and you still on 25% upload.
Okay, I have to say something here. I actually have AT&T internet. I think they have advanced over the years. They're now into broadband. So I have AT&T broadband internet.
Y'all better get that. Y'all better get that Comcast or Time
It still
Warner.
works. Oh my gosh, Comcast are evil.
Hey,
I had Comcast.
The question was, do you see iPhone as a competition to you being a photographer?
No, I don't see iPhone as a competition, because you gain other skills than just the quality of a picture. You gain understanding how to change and position different people contingent upon the shape and the size of a person. You can make a person look better, and all these other tools that you can use and you can utilize. I mean, even let's just say you're at an event. I monitor the scene and I already know in my head, okay, which angles, which people, which different, things or that I'm gonna do, whatever, to get a different kind of shot. Now, yeah, you can do a whole lot. I think as a Black person in general, I don't want to make this a race thing. I think we can become, we're very resourceful people. We can take something out of nothing and make it anything, I think. And that's a great ability that we have. Mm-hmm. And I say use what you have. You can if you want to make videos with an iPhone. They have gimbals and stuff for iPhones, just like they would for a camera and things of that nature. But I think too is different things that you can't manipulate as much with the phone than what you can do with an actual DSLR camera. Or just like if I don't have the cinema camera, so it's different components that I'm missing in regards to different things that I can't do or what have you with the DSLR versus a big cinema type of lens as far as for a movie or something.
Wow,
that's an awesome answer.
Yeah, that is a great answer, because as a trained photographer, even though I may have a cell phone that can do some really great things, that gives me the technology, but that doesn't give me the know-how to really model, to pose properly, to get, to put texture into a photo and, all that kind of stuff that a photographer knows. I wanted to ask, like, if you were working with an artist to help them to put together, say, their branding package, and what is it that you would want for them to give to you, and especially when you're working with, say, their graphic designer, say their graphic designer is tasked with putting together the album cover, flyers, single covers. social media covers, whatever, that kind of stuff. And you're working with them. How does that work? Do you do that kind of thing?
I don't, but I would look at the same thing that I would look at anything else as far as like what is your vision? What's the heart of your message? What is the colors can mean certain things sometimes. Like it's almost like psychology that comes with different color schemes or whatever. They convey kind of a message or what have you. And though just like anything, just like a McDonald's or anything like that, it's the same type of thing. When they're creating a video commercials or what have you, they already have their market at place. They want to shoot, they want to have commercials to, middle class families. So the images that you're going to see, even down to the details of what shirts they're wearing or different things and components, they want to speak directly to that middle class family. And just like it's the same thing with an artist or whatever. What's the heart of your message? What's the audience that you're trying to speak and reach to? And contingent upon that, stylistically, that's what you want to convey as far as what you're wearing, and all those things come together as a whole or what have you.
Awesome.
Okay, cool.
I have a comment. Feel free to chime in. Yeah, go ahead, Danny.
Yeah, I have a question. As a young creative, that as you're building your brand and building your business, has it slowly begun to occur to you that as you're learning your creative craft, you're going to also have to start learning your business craft? As in learning accounting, as in learning where to invest your money. And can you talk about, as being a young entrepreneur, what that's like when you have to almost be split brained? You have to have your creative side and your business side.
To be honest, it's definitely not easy. And that's some things that I had to get outside help with. They have something called a PPA, which is the, photographers. I forgot the whole name of it. And they help with those types of things in regards to accounting and booking and all those things. Because to be honest, for the first 3 years of business, I was treating the business more like a upper class side hustle or whatever. But then going into like 4 years, I was realizing like, I can't treat it like that. I gotta like really get the information in and as far as taxes and all these different things, because I was, like I said, treating it like a side hustle instead of a true business. And that's I think with photography and video is easier because it's not like you're buying a product, and it's not like you're buying a product, so to speak. I guess your product is more like the softwares and whatnot, but you're not buying it on a daily basis. Like it's not like I'm selling shirts. So I didn't have to focus so much on overhead and all of these certain components or what have you. But now I'm saying those things are still way more important, because you just want to make sure that you know all components. And it is hard to try to be, okay, you got to be accountant or whatever like that. And you got to learn a little bit of this and learn a little bit of advertising, learn a little bit of just a little bit of everything. And and my wife, she's super duper helpful too with a lot of this. And that's a good component I have to mention too.
It's the same. It's the same with artists. You're a creative person who, but because you're not working for some company where you just go take pictures and then come back home. No, you have to deal with all of the aspects of the business. So you get the tools and the support that you need to help you to, to make sure that you are taking care of the areas of the business where you're not an expert in.
No, you're definitely right.
And I have go ahead.
I was going to say, just photography, man, and videography. It's a service-oriented business, so you don't have no overhead per se, unless you're renting a building or something like that. And if you can operate outside of your home, it could be pretty lucrative, man. And the thing is, as far as the competition, because I'm a photographer, I'm a videographer, you have your clients that want to deal with you anyway. It doesn't really matter what's out there, because you have people that's going to refer you business that you've already done stuff for. And I make a lot of money in that business, but I do corporate stuff like, dealerships, car dealerships, salespeople, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
Mhm.
there's so many different levels to photography and videography. There's so
Definitely.
many different ways that you can kind of chop that pile, but it's
Mhm.
about you trying to find where you are, you know. So I'm saying this to any other photographers or videographers out there, because we need more videographers. We
Yeah.
need more photographers. You know, we
Mhm.
need more people taking the craft serious. And it don't
Yeah.
matter because this guy, you know, has, you know, 140 clients, right?
Yeah.
You know, or he got 5 or 6, a team of photographers. But there's always going to be that person that like who you are, like the way that you talk. You
I
know,
agree.
you're budget friendly. You know,
Mhm.
not
Yeah.
saying somebody that has a team of 5 assistant photographers,
Yeah.
they're not gonna do a wedding for, you know, $500 probably. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
You know, doing
Definitely.
a 5 hour shoot, but you can
Yeah.
kind of do a lot of things as a solo photographer or solo
I agree.
videographer. You know what I mean? So
I agree.
I'm saying that to encourage somebody out there that's watching right now that want to become a photographer, that want to cut. Yeah, you know, because I remember my first camera I bought was a Nikon D90, and I went and
Uh-huh.
shot a wedding, and the
Uh-huh.
pictures were not what I wanted them to be, and I had to spend a lot of time in editing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I ended up getting a Nikon 850. You know, I
Yeah.
spent about $5,000, and when investors
Mm.
are like, "Hey, if I'm gonna shoot weddings, you know, if I'm
Yeah.
going to be doing any type of commercial," because I broke in doing food photography at a high-end restaurants, but
Uh-huh.
that food looked totally different when I was shooting it on a Nikon 850
Oh yeah.
versus
Yeah.
that D90, because
Oh
I didn't
yeah.
have to do. You still got to edit your photos, but it's not as much.
Mm.
So I said all that to say, you
You're
know,
right.
I like how, you know, you took initiative, because a lot of people are discouraged about even trying. And we need good people, because everything is changing. And we need to
Mhm.
be able to define people to do services that we need, right?
Yeah.
That's excellent,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
without the overhead, because then they can
Yeah.
translate into great pricing so that you can
Yes.
always get stuff done. Talk about that a little bit,
I,
Solomon, if you can, bro.
yeah. Yeah. You definitely can I hit these 2 points right quick?
Go ahead, bro.
Uh, I want to say that what you said something very important. You was talking about clientele and relationships. Most time people don't understand and realize like relationships I'm sure every company or business are super duper important, and a lot of times you may got quality work, but I think is the fact that people like you too, and I think that and relationships can go a long way. And sometimes you gotta bite the bullet, even though when you know you're not in the wrong all the time, but you biting the bullet in some context, like, okay, I know I'm probably right, but I'm gonna just bite the bullet and just and do my best to put out good product or whatever the case may be. But relationships are super important, and a lot of that's just returning clients all the time, and referrals are super duper important. In our field or whatever, a lot of referrals, and you can get a whole lot of returns if you create a good relationship with the client, because it's more than just a picture and an image. You want to almost like an experience. You want them to feel comfortable. And yeah, like when you in parties, a lot of dudes don't want to take pictures. They just want to just sit here. They don't want to be. So you kind of got to make them laugh sometimes, and snapping the picture, and loosen them up and everything. And I forgot my other point. I'm sorry, I just ramble in my mouth. But yeah, what's the question you had again? I'm sorry.
I have a question if anybody else doesn't.
Okay.
Then we'll get to Vince's next. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm also a photographer too. My first camera was a Canon T3i. So
Okay.
yeah, definitely
You and
about
the Candy
that.
family. That's what's up, brother.
I mean, yeah, Pam. But my question
Both
to
y'all.
you.
I'm in the Nikon family. Both y'all.
Okay.
All right. Now just go ahead.
Don't start none. Won't be none.
You gonna get that mad too, boy. Don't think I got y'all. You gonna got off. You gonna get that work, bro.
No, we're not even talking about that right now.
Okay. All right.
But my question is, and feel free to talk about this as much as you want. When we're talking about relationships, and I want you to touch on the infamous friends and family discount that usually comes up when you are a photographer. that people don't really understand the amount of work that it takes to create a good visual image. People just think that you just hold a camera, snap a picture, and just handing it to them, and then they wondering why your prices are where they are. So can you talk about that, and how do you overcome that challenge?
Run, Forrest, run, Forrest, run. I try not to put myself in those situations. I love my family, but I mean, it just depends. Like, but you can't. I mean, a person can't feel like they've been manipulated or anything, too. And it just depends. Like, if I think you just one of people that trying to manipulate, and I, then I'm not finna be manipulated. But at the same rate, I mean, with family that I like, I guess I'll cut the cost or whatever the cost may be. But that's only because they family. But but I don't think people don't understand, especially with video. It can be such a long process. Something that as long as a 30-second commercial could take 4 hours. Essentially, because it just depends. Something 60 seconds could be 6 hours or whatever the case may be, contingent upon how detailed something is or what have you. And people don't understand what you do. That's why I think it's good for us as photographers and videographers. We should create content so people can see what goes on behind the scenes, so maybe they can appreciate more what we do and look at it as a skill more than just a I want what I want type of thing. You got something that I want. You take pictures. I want some pictures. Or you do, videos. And if they see behind the scenes what we do, then maybe they can say, okay, I'm willing to pay this brother this, that, and the third.
Okay. So, and that's why a lot of guys, man, stop shooting music videos unless they're doing it for their own artists, because the most expensive part of the video making process is the editing. The shooting is not so bad, right? You can go in and you can shoot. You can shoot on 2 different cameras or 3 different, whatever. That's not the thing is when you're getting in and you start chopping that film up and you start adding effects, right? You're doing a 3.5 minute video and it's taking you a week to get everything really the flow in the way you need it to flow, and you're going back and you seeing it after seeing it again. You're like, man, I don't like that. I need that to flow better. I need to slow the slow motion down a little bit better, or I need to remove this. I remove this whole scene and redo this scene. And so when people say you're charging $500 for a music video, which is really too low, they're like, oh, I know somebody do it for $200. When you go let them do it for $200.
Good. Right. That's why
you say your price and you stick to your guns.
There you go.
Like, oh, well, what about the friends and family discount? That is the friends and family discount. I could be charging you 3 times as much.
And they be the same people that have no vision at all, but they want you to create all the vision.
Right.
And that's way more work than if you had,
yes, it is.
Had an idea, had a vision, what's the storyline? Is it going to be a storyline to the video? But no, you want me to create the vision, record the vision, and edit the vision, and you want a good cost? Nah, come on, you got to do something.
That's a great question, man. That's a great question.
What work have you ever done? Weddings, music videos, commercials?
Oh, what's the easiest work ever done? Wedding music, video. I think commercials are easier, to me at least. But yeah, I think commercials are easier because they're more professional, I guess. And it's like, okay, they most of the time they have some kind of vision of what they want, and they know step by step, what they want to do. So that makes it easier. So okay, I'm gonna record this, that, and the third, then I'm gonna find a voiceover, then I'm gonna find this kind of music because this kind of music that you said you wanted. So it makes it so much easier when someone just has a clear vision. That's a preaching lesson if I was a preacher. But, yeah.
Write the vision, make it plain.
Right.
Yeah. And God got something to work with.
So the photographer knows what in the world you want.
Right. Yeah.
You was going to say something, Danny? Were you going to say something?
No. I was just agreeing.
Yeah, we're talking to Solomon Hayes, photographer and videographer as well. Again, if you got any questions or comments, so feel free to go ahead and post them. And thank y'all for those who have tuning in so far. Solomon, is there any way that people can get in contact with you? Do you have a website or any point of contact?
You can reach me at Solomon Hayes Lens Photography on Facebook and Instagram, Hayes Solomon. And also, I have a portfolio. I don't know if off the top of my head, it's just an Adobe one. It's not nothing, serious, but it is like a web page type of thing. But yeah, just you can reach out to me essentially through Facebook, and I can link you that that portfolio, what have you, on Solomon Hayes Lens Photography.
Okay, yeah, I definitely recommend you get a landing page, a web page as well, and which will definitely help you out. So because you never know who may want to come to your site.
Yes.
And yeah, guys.
That's something, man, that you kind of want to, even if somebody passed by, so you capture emails, you know what I mean? Because sometimes, man, people just they want to have an ease of use. People have a short attention span, so they want to land on something, see some information, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're able to pick up a whole slew of customers, man, like that. But we'll talk offline, man, about that.
Yeah, and look at doing do some research on a thing called Linkfire, where you can set up a one page, a landing page, and your Instagram, your Facebook, all your social media will be easy for people to go and click on, and it'll be just that one landing page. So look into that as well. Linkfire.
Linkfire. Okay.
Yeah.
Linkfire.
Yeah, it's the same thing that Linktree does too. Linktree is another one.
Okay.
And you'll have to maintain that, I'm pretty sure. So
right. But they do have a free trial, so
yeah,
I've gotten I guess it's kind of like a web page for like Smug Mug or whatever the case may be. But no, I wasn't getting anybody getting any offers or anything through that or what have you. So it might have been probably good, I guess, for SEO, but I didn't see any clients come through there. So I was like, well, and I had it for like 4 months, and I was like, well, this ain't doing nothing. So that's why I cut it short or whatever.
You know what a website is good for? It's not necessarily because people don't really visit websites that much anymore these days. Everybody's hanging out on social media and YouTube. But when you want to build up a mailing list, it's good to have your own landing page. Having a website is also good too if you want to have a .com address, a .com email address, for your own branding. So so that's and it's good to have a home because you just look more professional if you have a home on the web that's all yours. It's got your face and your branding, and it's you. It's how you want it to be, how you want it to look and everything.
And the website is really good, man, so that you can own your information. The problem that you have with a lot of these sites, you go in and you input information on their servers, and email lists are like gold today because obviously you can market to them. You can, you can do a lot of different things with an email list. But the main thing is, like you said, getting free trials. This is one thing as a business entrepreneur. I hate paying monthly for things. I try to buy things outright. Some things that we just did, we bought outright. We don't have no monthly fee. No. We go to Roku, Amazon outright. With our streaming platforms, we can stream to 50 plus platforms. We don't pay no monthly fees because we buy them outright. And so having a website, you're able to own. Yeah, you got to pay hosting, a few dollars, right?
Yeah.
But you don't have to worry about someone else, man, owning your information. Because I remember when I started with Reverb Nation, when Reverb Nation was hot. You go in and you've been there over time, but then they started charging you. Once you get over 500 people in that database, you have to get a premium account. And if you miss those payments, guess what? Somebody else has access to your server. You don't want your information on someone else's service. But guess what? They can market to your customers.
Take your money.
And will market to your customers.
What if the person that owns that Smug Mug site or that Squarespace site or that
That's
Wix
true.
site, right?
Yeah.
Got a partner
Yeah.
that's trying to build this photography business, and what he's doing, he's just gonna copy the names all off the server and hand them to him, right?
Yeah.
And so now
Yeah.
you got somebody come behind your back because we're living in a virtual age. They could turn around and steal customers because people, I do video work from people in other states. You don't have to be there right now, right?
Yeah.
So I said I'm being extreme, but that happens every day, because now you have software to stop people from hacking emails off your site. The software to block that, right? So it's important for you to have a website because it's a competition, right? In the sense of you don't want people to steal your business, you know what I mean, or have access to your customers, or to hold your database hostage while they billing you for more money. Instead of paying MailChimp, MailChimp, Aweber, I went and bought MailClout. MailClout does exactly what MailChimp, Aweber does. I don't pay those monthly fees. I set it up SMTP, right? And so I bought that outright, so I don't have to pay Aweber. I don't have to pay MailChimp because that's how they make that money. And that's, as an entrepreneur, you got to start thinking about how can you own your tools. I believe in owning my tools.
Yeah, you're right.
Definitely. Hey, what's up? I'm Jerome Bell, man. Hey, yes, he said, yes, Solomon is a beast. Yes, he is. I've seen his work. And I mean, yeah, he has some great things. That's why you definitely need a website or a landing page so that folks can see your previous work there, Solomon. Because you are great.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Where are you located? Sorry if I missed
Hampton
that.
Roads.
Hampton Roads. Okay.
Yeah.
Chesapeake. I'm in Chesapeake area. Yeah.
Chesapeake. Ah, see, if it weren't for the pandemic, I could have met you in person because I would have been in Chesapeake this weekend.
Oh yeah. I still be working. I just be masked up.
For those who don't know, Jerome Bell was a candidate for the second district here in Hampton Roads, and Solomon did his videos that they shown on Fox News, of his work. So, yes.
Good. Hey man, that's dope.
Yeah, cool. Dope. So, I've had Jerome and another candidate on.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
You saw that? Yes, man. And again, you are very, very talented, and the fact that again you are basically self-taught. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, God the ability pretty much, but you went and did the research for yourself, which we try to tell you. All right, you got to get out there and get it if you want it bad enough.
Yeah.
Awesome. Solomon. Is there any last words that you want to say, man, to the people? I want to post your information up there, so how can we get in contact with you? So,
okay.
And go ahead. Yeah, anything you want to tell the people out there? Hello?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
The last words, bro.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
No. I would just admonish people to listen to God, like whatever is on your heart, like just do it. Like listen to him. He'll give you the tools, he'll give you the people, and just take one step. You never know what direction God can take you. You don't know. I think we just really gotta if you feel as though God is telling you something, like take a step. Yeah, I researched and all that stuff, but the most important thing I did was listen to God. And when I heard him, say, okay, well, go to botanical gardens and shoot some pictures. And I chose to not only listen, but act like do it. And I think that's most important. We gotta make sure we stay connected to our Creator. I say Yahweh, Yeshua, however you want to say it, Jesus, and listen and follow and do as much as you can, because that flesh be calling, but you got to listen to the Spirit. I would say.
Hey, look, Solomon.
Amen.
This brother right here, Howard, he's a rapper, and he needs a videographer for the next month for his show. So, so Terrence, get in contact with my man Solomon. Things and he's in Chesapeake as well. So.
Oh, cool.
So y'all connect on his.
Got Terrence. Is this Terrence? Is this guy on the screen? Did you talk about?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll look them up on Facebook or something.
Yes, both of y'all connect. Awesome, well, man. And well, hey, Simone, any last words you want to say though? You know, SJ Music, what's going on with you all there?
Well, what I'm doing, I am I'm promoting this week my new program. It's a 6-week program called Build an Excited Fan Base. I am helping artists to do things a better way with their promotions, with their marketing. So if you are interested in working with me privately, I can be reached at eshemusic.com, ECHEmusic.com.
That's right. You can see scrolling down there, SJ Music. Awesome, definitely. Yes, D. Ray, go ahead, bro. Divine Favor Project. Yeah.
Divine Favor Project. Keep on moving. And Buckrow, I Just Want to Live, singles that are available on all digital outlets, digital music outlets. And I also want to say real quick, you know, if you are a photographer or a creative, get with these people that are on this panel, because these are the kind of teammates that you need. Amen. These people have not only just musical skills, but they have branding skills. Some of us have legal backgrounds. Some of us have business backgrounds. If you need a team to help you, get with everybody on this panel.
That's right. That's on this panel. Yeah, yes.
I'm gonna need y'all information after this show. For sure.
All right. Hey, yeah.
I'll reach out.
I'll send it to you again, definitely. Hey, Ray, Rico, man. Hey, what's going on, man? In the Box Friday night and Just Life.
So, you know, you're gonna check us out tomorrow night. We got Tiffany Terry, Just Life on Sunday. You know, and I just want to say to you, man, you know, plug in the music industry makeover. We have a diverse skill set. Yeah. We have a lot of experience. We're really good at what we do. But, you know, for the most part, this show is about teaching you how to be empowered and how to make money using your gift, right? And I like having this young man Solomon on, because he's making money. He's living off his craft. And he didn't go to college. He didn't spend a whole lot of money going to big fancy schools, you know, School of the Arts to learn it. He learned off YouTube. And you can apply yourself. I'm telling you, you guys can do it. You know, you just have to want to do it. You can change your situation. You know, you do have to invest some time. You do have to invest some money, because although he went to YouTube, I didn't hear him say he was shooting on a T3i Canon, right?
No,
I didn't hear him say he went to Walmart and found a Snapget camera from Walmart for $59, right? He spent some money for a body. He spent up money for one lens. So he did make an initial investment to himself. And then if he's editing, you're gonna have to be able to invest in the software so that you can do your editing. So make an initial investment in yourself. You know, don't be all over the place. Just get one spot, one thing, start there and hone in.
Beautiful. Well said. And yeah, again, we thank you, Solomon, for coming on. I believe that you are an inspiration to those out there that just want to step out and just go do it. I mean, again, as the others have said, you have the tools within you all to do the right thing, to go out there and make it happen. We got a live example right here. All right, Solomon Hayes, in just a short amount of time. All right, matter of fact, you got some of us on here. No, all of us, the rest of us on here have stepped out. That's why we have the music industry makeover. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you can do anything you want to do. Continue to pray to God. He has given you all the ability to create wealth. All right. And Solomon, what is this something that you're doing full time, right?
Yeah, full time. Yeah.
Wow.
Just last year.
Wow.
I heard God or whatever, and I was like, I guess I got to take that step. And at first, I was saying, well, God, I step out in September. But then essentially I had lost my job within 2 weeks of him telling me I needed to leave in the first place. And I said, well, okay then, okay. Well, I guess I'm going full time then. And that's how I started. Yeah. But it's been like a full year. In May, it's been a full year, yeah.
Wow.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
there's an old saying that goes, "God will sink your boat to bless you with a new one."
Mercy.
Oh, that's
Amen.
good. I like that.
Lord out the water, battleship style, baby.
Amen. That's right.
Awesome. Wow. So artists, hey, here you have it. You know what I'm saying? Find that craft. Be serious about your craft, what it is that you're doing, and you can be successful. The man is doing it full time. Awesome, man. Wow. Yeah, man. Stay on the line. Hey, remember, guys, you matter in the kingdom of God. So don't compare yourself or your ministry to anyone else out there. Just do what God's called you to do, and you'll be just fine. We'll see you again right next week, Lord's willing. Music Industry Makeover at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You all stay safe out there. All right. God bless. Yep.
Peace.